Ohio in the old horseshoe on the banks of the Ncaa.
As we'll see a squad from the MAC.
The Ohio Bobcats taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bobcats offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Scanning the field, it's Navarro. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, you know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pugh. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Got all the room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back to pass, it's Navarro. He's in open space downfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Takes it on the return. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Peoples. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
3rd down is money down, and they were money. Great job getting the football to your playmaker, and then watch, after the catch, making the play, getting the big 1st down. Now you're set up in great position to go get 6 with a 1st and goal opportunity.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's going to run it.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys, too, and that time.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
At the 35, he's loose. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide open downfield. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
He wants it all. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The sure hands, it's Jordan. A relatively short but effective gain. He's out of bounds at the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive gain.
Oh, he makes the catch. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's in the tight end in motion. Back to pass. It's Navarro. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Now on second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down, they'll go to the air. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high, throw him over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bobcats have their offense in high gear. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Bobcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Jordan. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this has been the epitome of efficiency.
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field. The defense is giving the underneath stuff. The offense is taking it and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Wants to throw. It's Navarro. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch near the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hendricks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short game. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee is signaling for a 2-minute timeout. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Throws to the back. Found a seam. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Rifles it down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Snagged in the middle, it's Hendricks. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got him in. It's Hendricks. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. A little release to the back. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Arkansas State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 24 to Iowa State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to throw, it's Navarro. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Makes the grab. It's Hendricks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Sets up the screen. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bobcats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Fires to the big fella. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll move the wide receiver. Running to the left. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They're looking to throw on second and short. He's got him. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They're working that left side, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Back to throw. It's Ncaa. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And that one did not work.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it.
There he goes! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. 1st down and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the outside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Is in the air on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Trying to set up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Wide open spaces. He's at the 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play, and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. He might want another play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Zings it complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in-round there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Graham. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tate. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats?
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Ncaa. Makes the grab, it's Smith. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does.
Trying to get it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. You're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. To the air, it's Navarro. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Oh, that's going to be a safety. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Creates a little space. Plows through the defense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UAB is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 35 over Akron. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Caught over the middle, it's Harris. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. With the catch, it's Jordan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. The Bobcats line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Navarro. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Another incompletion on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Got the quick completion. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Just complete and utter dominance as this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.